بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أفضل خلق الله أجمعين، نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أيها الإخوة والأخوات، أود أن أرحب بكم في بداية حلقات مقرر اللغة الإنجليزية للمستوى الثاني، والذي يتبع لقسم الاقتصاد وأيضا قسم إدارة الأعمال. طبعا قسم الاقتصاد وقسم إدارة الأعمال تابعة لكلية الاقتصاد والعلوم الإدارية. هذا البرنامج هو طبعا أو هذا المقرر يتبع برنامج الانتساب المطور التابع لعمادة التعليم عن بعد في الجامعة، جامعة الإمام. في المادة هذه أود أن أذكر نقطتين قبل ما نبدأ الدخول في الشرائح التي سأستعرضها إن شاء الله معكم. النقطة الأولى، المادة لغة إنجليزية، ولذلك يعني سيكون الحديث معظمه يعني باللغة الإنجليزية، مع استخدام يعني بعض الكلمات العربية وبعض العبارات التي تساعد يعني على فهم يعني النقاط المعروضة للشرح. أيضا سأستخدم عندما أتحدث باللغة الإنجليزية سأستخدم يعني كلمات بسيطة، وأيضا سأتحدث بشكل بطيء حتى أساعد على أنه يعني المادة تفهم وما يكون في أي صعوبة. والآن نبدأ باستعراض الشرائح. طبعا هو المادة ستكون عن طريق الباوربوينت، استخدام برنامج الباوربوينت، وفي يعني هو أوضح من يمكن يكون هو أوضح من استخدام أي طريقة أخرى يعني، أو على الأقل هذا هو الآن المتوفر. فلنبدأ بالشريحة الأولى. طيب، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هذا طبعا المادة هذه هي نجل 141. المستوى الثاني كما قلت سابقا، طلاب وطالبات الانتساب المطور، قسم الاقتصاد وقسم إدارة الأعمال، تابعة لكلية الاقتصاد والعلوم الإدارية وعمادة التعليم عن بعد بجامعة الإمام محمد بن سعود الإسلامية. أيضا في نهاية الشريحة هذه اسمي هنا موجود، محمد الغنيين، قسم اللغة الإنجليزية. My email sausedu@yahoo.com. أوكي، لنبدأ الآن. هناك كتاب بالذات في الجزء المخصص للقواعد، وهو عنوانه Basic English Grammar by Betty Azar and Stacy Hagen. It is a required textbook, of course, for the grammar part of this course. And this is the, cover of the book. The book is available, I think, in most bookstores in town. This book, it's a very good one, so please get it, because we are going to use a lot of exercises from that book, from this book, okay? And especially grammar exercises. This is another picture of the book, okay? And now let's start. Okay, first I'll start with some vocabulary that have to do with job titles. Job titles, okay? When you have a job, well, normally that job has a title. For example, you can be a teacher, you can be a doctor, you can be an engineer, and you can be a nurse. So that's kind of job. So what I want you to do in this slide first, it's a kind of activity just for, to start up with. It says here, write the words from the box under the correct heading. Of course, we need the word "the" there, but you have the words here. Let me show you the job. Okay. Okay. Now, the first word here is accountant. Accountant. What does that mean? And then the second word is finance. Finance. This is marketing. Marketing. This one is manager. Manager. And then technician. Technician. Engineer. Engineer. Cashier. Cashier. Production. Production. Director. Director. Or you can say director. And then doctor. Doctor. Telephone operator. Telephone operator. Human resources. Human resources. Receptionist. Receptionist. Lawyer. Lawyer. Sales assistant. Sales assistant. Personal assistant. Personal assistant. So what I would like you to do in this, activity here is to look at this. First, this here, the heading here is job. And this is department. What I want you to do is to write the words from this box, okay, under this heading or that heading. Some of the words here, okay, are job titles, of course. Well, here, some of the words can be in like names or titles or names of department, a department in a company, for example. So, starting with the word accountant, is it a job or is it a department? Well, it is a job. It's a title of a job that a person, of course, has. Accountant. Accountant. And it means المحاسب في شركة. Now, what about the word finance? Finance. Finance is a department. Companies, any company, usually has a finance department. Not just companies, sometimes even institutions, of course. Not sometimes, all the time. So a finance department, of course, is always there. Then we have the word marketing. Well, is it a department or is it a job? Can we put it here or here? Marketing. Can we call somebody a marketing? Can we say, well, he is a marketing? Of course not. Therefore, it is a department. Okay, so, well, finance means المالية, and then marketing means التسويق. Then we have the word manager. Manager means مدير شركة. And then the word technician. Technician. And that means فني. Then we have the word engineer. Engineer. That is مهندس. Then the word cashier. cashier. أمين الصندوق. And of course, this is almost everywhere in institutions, in banks, and in companies. They have, of course, cashiers, and even in some stores, of course, they have cashiers. Oh, the word cashier, of course, sometimes can be used even here. We can have a cashier department, so it also can be here. Then we have the word production. The word production means intaj, or al-intaj, and it is a department. Then we have the word director or director. Then the word doctor. Well, director means mudir. The word doctor, and of course, you all know the meaning of the word doctor, and there it is here. Then we have the word telephone operator, and it means عامل التليفون. And then the word human resources. Human resources, الموارد البشرية. And then the word receptionist here. The word receptionist. الموظف المرحب. If you go to a hotel, you will first be received by a receptionist to help you find of course, a room. If you go to a company, you will also be received and welcomed by a receptionist. To a bank, to a school, university, normally they're there, receptionist. So a receptionist here. And then we have the word lawyer. What is it? Is it a title of a job, or can it be just kind of a department? Okay, it is what? Here, lawyer. A lawyer. And then sales assistant. Sales assistant. And then the last one is personal assistant. Personal assistant. Personal assistant means مساعد شخصي. Okay. Now, what I would like you to do before we move to the next slide is to go through the words, right? And then try to basically read them again and again. Make sure that you know how to pronounce them correctly. And then later on, we will use some of these words, if not all of them, in context. يعني راح نستخدم الكلمات هذه في شرائح يعني تالية في نصوص حتى نفهم معانيها. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. And here I'm going to talk about the verb be. The verb be, okay, can be or is usually am, is, and are. And that's the present. In the present tense, the present tense of verb be is am, is, are. Okay. The past tense is was and were. What is verb be? Well, here's the definition. The verb be is an important auxiliary verb. It is also known as a helping verb. It is used both in the present tense and in the past. Be has 3 forms in the present and 2 forms in the past. And here are the forms of be in the present. Am, is, are. The forms of be in the past are, was, and were. Okay. Of course, again, this is the present. This is the forms of the verb be in present. And these are, of course, these are the words, the verbs themselves. And this is, of course, in the past. Now, we're going to get the form in the following slide. Okay? Form meaning الصيغة, صيغة الفعل be. Okay? And let me first start here. Okay. Now, when we talk, when we speak, normally we produce either affirmative sentences, or we make questions, or when we answer the questions, we either give just statements, positive statements, or we give produce negative sentences. Affirmative means مثبت, question means سؤال, negative means نفي. Here, of course, this is verb be, and then here I will start, of course, with the present tense of the verb be, or verb be in present. Am, is, are. We use verb be as a linking verb. In this slide, and in some other slides to come, we use it as a linking verb. كفعل رابط. Now, what does the verb be link? It links the subject and a complement. Here's the form first. Let's start with the form. In affirmative, I say I am. Well, of course, there is no information here. I just give you the form of the verb be here with singular. Singular means mufrad. I am. You are. He is. He for a man. She for a woman. She is. It, that's for a thing. It is. And then we can have, of course, plural, جمع. We are. They are. Question. Singular. To make questions, we start with the verb and then the subject. So, am I? Of course, there's nothing here. This is not a complete question. Okay? Am I? And then, of course, in the following slide, we'll get examples. Are you? Is he? Is she? Is it? In the plural, are we? Are they? Negative. Singular and plural. Singular. I am not. You are not. He is not. She is not. It is not. Plural, which means جمع. We are not. They are not. So, what we have here, then, affirmative sentences. To make an affirmative, this is the form, I am. Look at the verb, am, in red color. All of these, the red color words are the forms of the verb be. These are in singular, and these ones in plural. Am, okay, with singular person you, that's are. With he, is, she is, it is. So for plural, we are, they are. Question, look at the verbs here. Verb be in red color. Am, are, is, and of course here also are. All of these in red color are the verb be. One thing I wanted to add here first. To make a question, we said then the verb comes first. Here in affirmative sentences, we have the subject and then the verb and then the complement. We'll get examples. To make question, the verb be comes first and then the subject. And to make negative, we use the word not. Start with the subject, then the verb, and then the word not to make the sentence negative. Okay, next slide here will give us some examples. Here, we'll start with the affirmative sentences. الجمل المثبتة. Examples, يعني أمثلة. We're going to examples here. For singular, I am a teacher. I am a teacher. You are a student. Here. So, I am a teacher. You are a student. He, for a man, is a student. And she, for a woman, is a student. It is a pen. Here. It is a pen because it is a thing. That's singular. For plural, we, okay, if we are a group of people here, we are happy. And if we talk about other people, he, she, and it, I say they are happy. Hum. Okay, so they means hum. We, of course, means nahnu. So these are examples of affirmative sentences. جمل مثبتة. Now we make questions. How do we make questions of these? For singular, we say, am I a teacher? Am I a teacher? Are you a student? Is he a student? Is she a student? Is it a pen? Are we happy? Are they happy? Notice that the verb comes first, then the subject, and then the complement. By the word complement, I mean takmila. So the subject, the verb, here, in statements and affirmative sentences, we have the subject, the verb, and the complement. The complement is in black color here. In questions, the verb be comes first, and then the subject, and then you have the complement. To make these sentences negative, we use the word not. I am not a teacher. You are not a student. He is not a student. She is not a student. It is not a pen. And for plural, we are not happy. They are not happy. Well, I think this is enough for the first lesson. And in lesson number 2, we will continue with the verb be. أرجو أن تكونوا استفدتم من هذه المادة. شكرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.